Oba pauti odasi eye. Mrs. Oba oti odo asia eye. Efumso bebre ma bebre no eye no ana ye no ne kwose omo aware ba omo nim. Ake. Nanka susu ampa pa se nyame anim na no pay ahimachi na wo de mu nwunu sei. Hey, me dibesi amentu aso. Mentu aso. Hey, ano pe na wo de mu nwunu. Minim se me bipo no nti dia. Oh, bana. We are airborne, neat and open FM. I wish I'm Medini Ola Michael. Entertainment Brasto. Entertainment, you know, a part of the creative and cultural industries, you know. But then no, Bakubia ye buye ni aguso. Ye be di unkomo. Bakubia ye buye ni aguso. Ase de omo nka ho kra. Debia ye shows no anya nyomtofo a na ye actors. But still nyomtofo be ka se ye promote o me dwin wa menti ase. We are not supporting. But so what do we need passion? We do almost about 90% music oriented stories. Me why? Almost 100. Black, what they with sorry.
100%. Yeah.
And so still, almost here support you. It is saying this year, mom, you to phone a magic mic. Yeah, bread. Because who tune into every entertainment show, they are talking largely about music or music-oriented stories. Kakra bi na be say bi a na ka film. Oh, e bi a film so ye be kakra na bi a sem bi na asie. Na ye ka ho asem. Papa say ye transit ye discuss film no da bi. Who transit say we discuss film a once we tie nso no be tune off. Your person would say, oh, say, eh, bia, Yvonne na kwa kwesi, hey, you be see it. And they, yeah, film bia, yeah, music bia. And they bear poetry. I'll get the right pronunciation for that word. Because I mean, him me kind of black, oh, you're confused, kakra. Tell my miss me you're confused. Other man can I can make a poetry on. Me can't maybe you me who can't poet. No one. I was your boy ambassador. I guess you're my doctor for that Dixon. Now, if I said I'm a Canadian, say Kenzie 2020. Eugene Safo Cancer, Mupo Mumpo, me, my senior president of bloggers. Mupo Mumpo, yeah, you better bloggers discussion. Yeah, you busy Eugene president. Mupo Mumpo. It was a more election now. A quiet amount for before the regular election. Yes, you ever sorry. Ever win a crab. Miniaba a Fia Papa B, as you say, or CTV, CTV, Class TV, right? I said, oh, brah, and no, pa, Mrs. Loneliness, pa, I imagine. With any more times. Now we have been my once and no maybe. You ready, young Gupon? Then no maybe, Gina, baby. What you want, I'm coming in there because you're free. It's the way I wear that next year, no. Say, we are banner, so what to quench your ukru and Miss Row and need you. Fast. And yes, I don't blame anybody. Now your bemas not to quench our ear, me patch pa, you fast. And that's how you don't have any right to blame anybody. Now won't worry, so dear. And yeah, dear. But I was a mama in fact we introduce you in a discussion, no, it's Munti we. Your baby di home come Munti.
Wabbing. They are case obi abia, obi mansono.
titiriw fo hwehwɛ no sua firi ne hɔ nanso ɛha yi amanfoɔ hyɛ ɔtan wɔ anibere kukuo mu de si ahoɔyɛ ogya so de honhom fi da ne papa bɔ mu sɛ huhuhu abɛmfo ho fi enti yɛbɛyɛ dɛn aduru nkɔsoɔ kwan so yɛfiri he na yɛakɔto nkɔsoɔ nansesɛm yɛbɛgyina he apopa ohia mfifire okuani biara nni hɔ a otwitwa ne nnɔbae pagu na ogyina nwura didi ekuafohene asomaso a wonya nsɛti pɔ no ntie wɔ badwe nsakrae kwan so. The second one is titled The Male Crown. Abayate whipped my buttocks, saying I did not fasten my door with locks. After I agreed to dance to the tunes of his passion, and he caught me in a flirting action. He stretched his tail and stressed my filler, saying I wanted to turn his turner. But the beatings turned into a heating, and the heating turned into a quieting. One his wife chanced upon. She shouted like an unbroken horse and showed us who was boss. The whole village surrounded us and hooted, shock making sure our posture was rooted. Then tongues which previously hashed rumors celebrated, asking for stones for their friends for being vindicated. The sympathies of the people was what his wife stood on. She faked her cries and puffed, pretending to be having an asthma attack. She faked her tears and coughed, others pretending to be having her back. Swords of judgment cut me like a weed. But men looked at Abayate like a seed worthy of planting. And so his wife ranted on. How I turned into the bitch to be called a witch, needing to taste the ditch, still beat me. When I was pushed to feel the heat of his fury fee, without knowing him as the taking he chased me into a panting before I agreed to his love wanting. But the woman must be the witch who bewitched, even when reality is switched. Still, I have none to bank on, and so I'm leaving this village where my face is painted worse than sewage. I'm leaving this village where my presence gives Abayate's shadow dignified advantage. I am leaving this village so I can start a new page. Woe betides a man with a restless tail who approaches wanting to my ship still. Afajato will hear him wail. Mount Kilimanjaro will hear him fail. Even the Red Sea will see him drown. If society has carved for the man a crown as an infidel, the woman must have a plan, and if possible, a gun. And by a subone, I want for this same fault in the future will. Thank you.
Semohu. And I'm watching so. You see? Adia who ye maybe introduce you but your friend is saying.
A friend of poetry.
Poetry.
Uncle for confusing with pottery.
Okay.
The yanwini but a poetry.
Poetry.
A kind my mono a kind mono a kind of anwinsem.
Anwinsem ne HS and just a moon in some nana. Is it a new kinte?
Yeah, Bibisa, but then say pretty in a no. But to share yes, see a poem, yeah, dear. And Yama Bebre shall see our literature. Now, share a young man so I need a free a him. Any one and say more. And when some net tripa, if you say, your friend will be language no. Your friend, Achiameno, your friend, Momoba, Ebeka, and some bifa, I am for one son or no more. If you want to swear, oh my name no, and Crawford can sem asakuma and winning strong. Eddie, and sensame coso, ewo, omoa, ejosu, a catchroom. Nina, any agents. Inti a casakuma, yashedda, Eddie, a nyansa, and winning. And a bear, the bachelor, if you ask in the echo, Bonnie. Yade ebeka papa ye bibia asete impo enwom ase efri anwensem enwom ase wantro anwensem
Hey, and I bushing for be nyanyum no moto. Because I knew them no money man.
Yeah, what two part there. No. Mu say anwensem eno so ya anwensem. Because
Especially rap no.
Ni nyina ya anwensem. Enye especially ni nyina. Na ebi mo how to mu say ebi mo beka say sebio nyansa nim. Nanso so enye nyansa na nim because anwensem ankasa no enye ni nyina na eka nyansa sema na abadwensem. Ebi nso ye ka de achi ani. Nti obi betumi abegyina how to pa na nso so wantro to pa na se untimi ya anwensem de obroni bese the basis of literature everything.
Thank you very much. I was for by any din komo ye friend no amoafoa ana me se metwa amoafoa Sefa Cecilia. Now who say obi atro ni din na ode Cecilia and English na kotwa to what is me friend me who OLA MICHAEL na. That's the one say no a tradition wo. Now ebi mu ntia say ade na ode o say name di kan. Na ade o English name ko share eto. Because mranti wa ne maba wa ne de English name ne di kan. Agoye ozimi nchen your friend Edward Blackoji. By Eugene so betis Eugene Osafo cancer. Asenko obi ofri mekurase obi a for be friend Osafo cancer Eugene. Ni tie atwam ni se ye de ni die ma ye na gyanom. Eti ne de won din di kan. Ba na mafo ne de da bi. Na safo amofo asefa Cecilia wo ye Ghana ni a ofri kwawu. I was Eastern region ho. Now she na this year say work Rich secondary technical school. I honor call secondary school you be can say now bachelor in arts. Our brofumu. Oh well alumni KNUST. Alumni fresh year. And no yeah postgraduate or education or University of Development Studies UDS. Na ade ba ko a wo de be hu ma me ana wo de be hu ni pa ye book a friend no Ashawo series. Sorry, Ashawo diaries. Mami, Ashawo e kire sen.
Ashawo de yan fa ne say yan kan fo no be ka say jantra bra. Ya oba o me ma bebere na oton ne ho. Sabio edeje
Na Ashawo no Ghana kasa.
Enye Ghana kasa. Nanso so aba bedane kasa yafem every Nigeria for yen so ye use. Nti so oba bi ye friend sen a oba bi wo mema bi a bro
akwo
na manfo ebi mo so mo ton. Asha nanso so sas eno dey story enye power.
Me pese me yeti o title nase.
The title nase de mini no mini wo Accra
okay.
Na me Dani street out kakra.
Okay.
You know na me ton in house and wo great mo. That time no na cook here or bottle. Then na me so kakra.
Now we are getting when you book us now we are getting
a hona mi koko shia obi lady bi near friend how no so ya kwala to say around 50 about and I mean so na me shit am penny passas na me nyi no na me science na so
one year din penny pa
me science penny
ohunu mu bon
ebome say unyi na say okọ wani ma
be mu
for the bia na
nko nipa ho
enso so otu e share me so ma me bia me akoton na so say mu edu for the bia nkranfo empese omoboa ompo no feel otu mi di machi sa na me nwanwa na me bisa ne so ye adwuma ben na o ka kire me say sabio ye awo adwuma yi nanso no de no ye na najo ye chia obeta nti me ma start ton ade 10 am no na we ya say ememu be dro no be ko fom kra na
no akoda twen anajo na wode na kusia kuma na akoto apampa so wakobo no donkomi na itoma kusia kuma mema metobi
ise ne o kan die ano hwe
na sesa no moye no
na so ono no wa ho na asem tai ne die na chi ono onyi ye nyina no onim ne maame ne papa na no onim no ono nso so na
ode ni rem
oni din rem eni ade nti no ono de no onim hwe apart from say obeye
abebo ashawo
ye friend hawa nti ebre bi me call ne ho me spy no eja me call honum se me kwakọ so do me ngomura honum na kiosk kwakọ ano se ne ya me call ye no na Saturday anopa na ase ne ho adwudwi se de ye titi no ni ade am se then na ekoso me se bi na be high no na ode ne call baby ma so media
obroni no de ne koma ne kraman anase accidental na kraman to share
say o de ne koma ne
se kraman ne na
se me de
amount for the $5,000 ye go ye ni mo
me that time say me so na me sa that time me so minim me ma ne ho nkro no ba ho hwe e na se ne osika no no na se wa bre na me so de sa Saturday na me so me kofie Saturday anwumre na my boosting for Sunday and remember ya no pa no masa and no pa me buy no for like 3 weeks me hu no 3 whole weeks the bia me call the baby me call ho na me ko share ma me nem say to the bi ohun say me ne no ne nam obi say me say me pede na me say me how body
wow
that am say me fee ho na ade anchi so se de na sa emre no minim
owu de ne ku no
minim obi e ne besi ne me kra
obi anim de ku no
minim de ku e na ma me nso anka hwe o kan se wawu ana
o da nani ti woni krama ne da wie ye ne no anu wankobo adwuma bi
wankobo adwuma na se na watiti no na ne hu mo jafa nti me de me bo modin eso tese man hu ne eye ya me drew they call back to Central Police Station because I had my family ema na me de koko si ho koko drew ho no that time no I'm say 98 na that time na see police for me you no bi o say den ya koko hefa langard fo akwa koko okwaku ninja mo nsem no
you did I know more
wo baby ya na nso ni fa no
Debbie wa ya shawoni
na eno ehye medin ma me kan say ne sade a mantumi so anka nchiro bia dasem no me anka nchiro bia osi say side say ne sade me go back to school because call for street out na me reach yes go back to it and I'm so free to and I'm a chiro nso na me fan chiro bia me parents got
no dey na wo chiro
poetry anwen sem
okay
na that time
wo JHS na that time na DSS before then na wo chiro
wow. I try me fan chiro bia na me tie Doreen and now a program be on the wings of love some poetry comes in and I think I caught it from there and I started writing a lot no be any me go do SS na me hu say am so bi che me say me matro bibi o my me de tray teacher bi na o ma me hu say bibi papa person come tro go paper so na ja me dia akọ ja na yakọ alpha
no but with a poet like you no now when wadamfo go through such situation obviously a bit motivate you more true
I wrote a lot but say na me so me try me person be hu because I didn't think it was anything important na because say me to me tro na me dia akọ but how asem na
it how asem no how no utro bibia obekai
nkai but me tro na
utro no mapa
mankai na so me drew university no na me hear my dream say that how I did no power into me intro about something so personal and then no so obi a not tiny me din komo a share me niema na nkopeso ye na nkopeso kos na nkopeso ye lawyer na nkopeso tu kwan ko baby me bebre
na baby abra body be wie no
ada metro about it. That story took me 13 years. That's just a me research for a long time. So,
And to year research about shower bra.
Oh, me yeah, nina.
Research about shower.
Research about a shower. I'm a down for the make call a shower line. Or if or the make baby.
Master side the bay, mammy. Map on it down, say.
Map on it down, so.
And you know, I for do red moon so now.
Yeah, hotel. But or the meeting, Julian, a sabon so yeah. Na me person come in your night work and I do bad me. The godmother do him no say on place. So we could try me picture. I may be style. Gentlemen
different. Yeah, maybe I cast or cross who ye
be. Intimate to me and intimate interview and crophobe brom here and who can and a man for upon station.
A man for them
upon site.
Oh, okay.
Metai ko share a man for a style.
Hey, ma'am, and why are you mapa?
And that is what to me really you can say me the years me the 1 year
true story.
I made true story. Now I didn't actually know the menu be am na boa me mama publish na bibi. Me started say me blog, literary blog.
That sounds on your blog out.
But me literally.
Yes, I quite a blog.
And me tro at the fast so. Nti e ho no na me so me tro e ni marine safety na na jana painting. Hu me wo online. Omo boa me ma me publish me first. So I garner a lot of attention. The university class study for 2 years. And you know hono me started some years or they make it to one WhatsApp group so and Kofi Akpabli or release some of the stories the series every chapter.
Yeah, now we're in series by series.
She I no catch me say I wrote that 3 days.
53 days.
53 days. Days I made it sure, I think it was 53 chapters first. And then maybe I made it probably it's dedicated to how that Ashao diary is not yeah.
Ashao bra obi a wa Ashao the challenges are inspire to do that.
And I made sure that went to me uncle. They went to me and so went to me. I incorporated it into it. And I also got it to her death also. But I wanted something happier. Maybe Uncle Olivia and Uncle Newby Manibuana with me. I am a lawyer. Also a detective.
Now, who research muno? Of Abumuno, Usha, dear potting, a ma, be yin no ma binum, a course at bien.
A be more honor you should have piano cum. She said, yeah, how are you piano, a combing?
You should have piano, a chessing.
To say, be said as soon as
Uncle, yes,
Uncle, yes,
okay.
How I didn't understand a cocoy because only mammy. It be out. Mina me Bema Mashawa and Obama Shawa more drew. Yeah, 9-10 years. Mr. Minshe will be my measure on so. I can't wash a day, Macofa, Obama, Abba, S.A. or Mrambe,
no better.
No, Mamiska. One near Unity, near the Bibita. It be more stand a corner.
There was a story about a 7-year-old girl. Sorry, Nina, I can't share the man in it. For 10 cities, 10 Ghana cities. You are 5.
Yeah, no, so, and it be more on so. Yeah, here. Any amani who go on my fear, ni mammy, and papa or my baby. Where the baby at 13-14, gonna also cobo bra 13-14.
Cobo brano way.
Hand be star into no. And near my baby. Oh, so I be I'll say, okay, man, about cope.
Oye ba ko pia unya obi jai
Mejai
na akwa ne de no akokam
near my baby.
Now, we a book, a shower diaries, how has the response been? Like, what's the feedback?
It has been great. I'm doing say I'm on phone because language, when I was writing it, I was very angry.
Ah,
At a point, yeah, I was.
book,
I was angry and fine because the more you put all these research together, write about a journey, somebody you really really cared about, the more it gets to you. And the words, the diction, literature, but can blunt. Me
One
sugar
sugar coated.
coat. Yes, that story now read ya a bulk say penyan. Me we obi a gentler.
Person because
it is not
it is straightforward.
straight erotica, yes.
And erotica.
Yes, into 20 and above, and to me a kind of
Anti book no san classify.
yeah,
how many classification? And that book be your classification. I don't know is that
book the classification.
Ah, one is that your team are like in charge of classification.
The diction in itself, will tell say nkwala betumi read ya na so
okay.
Me a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm a book no and dream say my student be read be until they turn 20. That's how it is.
It's your book, a shower diaries, only 20 years. I want to mean.
Kind. First, Nanka Kofi probably says 17. Or no, I was sending a corner no, I sang cast to
hey, and I will cancel.
And some will read ya, he answer while be ready. Because me can't say a year
20 years won't go into me kind book. And a papa into me can be.
Also,
the black Edward won't mean can be. Eddie, okay, whatever. Wait me again.
A story.
A story, but you need to read it. I'm also looking forward to get access to it.
I don't know, but I don't know if it is equally online.
it is online.
I saw it on Amazon, so.
It was
That's nice.
When you're there, we me I downloading be we a hard copy.
Yeah,
yeah, no son am
oh, but you would love having a first.
Okay.
But yeah, oh BBB sana.
Na mpese me bisa say ebia our plans to say ebia with me the I enter into the movie industry. Pay be a producer based on the story now what can so bet me approach movie producer and a director be
Ewo ho. Betty hey nipa kwa arrange some meeting we say or George was
yeah
or your producer and Udi Mechi like and very fun and reached out and he no mama although during the Ashao Diaries times because of corona in a nice exposure so, and I mean so
or child or Tamale secondary school. Okay, so senior secondary school me and you but or child or Tamale senior high school. Now Mami Sisi Epacho so what's you and how do we need to form discussions are year or radio so about creative industry and all. Do you think say we are fair to more poetry?
Very unfair because it's what they be they say almost the Miaka International Writers Women's Guild.
Okay.
The whole world.
Okay.
Now Ghana Association of Writers and my call workshop. Normal my prompt. My prompt me check
Dear any prompt.
So I'm back at you say montro about it be a juma.
Oh okay. Okay.
Me check na matro. So my 4 minutes. 4 minutes is enough for me to finish. And I finish
4 minutes is enough for you.
Is enough.
To finish your whole poem.
The whole poem. Once you bring the prompt.
A patch of a prompt to what?
And me yeah we and almost there be median a whole poem. Like almost I say you and almost say presidents almost almost I'm a prompt. We my prompt 5 minutes. I'm not sure. I feel I'm a brand so I'm saying I don't know course because as it will be a corner. I almost say a but it's well.
Hey. Da.
Because will be a or taking the time, you find 1 hour, it be a 30 minutes cry, you know, it makes sense, but then it doesn't make sense.
Who the end doesn't make sense.
Yes,
Why? Because I said
the talent is too much for them. And see, at the end of the day, they added me to the guild. It is a whole world, and it is a big thing. They keep introducing me to so. Almost feel say I am. Say ni abrofo tie. Bibia omo na omo etu ehunu. Anso so me eno de me mpene so eno ti na ya me come school nyina o Ghana no.
Me ba cho kan sem. Usi bibia omo na etu ehunu. Eno cheze.
Te say ye wonso ha so obi beba beka say who saw this first no beka say broni. Into say sana no person me.
Let's omo na discover.
Now so men so there.
If discovering no etwi ni etu ehunu. I need to learn. Me intina unze wo kan imagine abaso mente ase I need to understand it. And I'm sure so be so tell say ene ye there. Oh, etu ehunu discover.
Now so me there amount for 2 me ehunu e wo Ghana ha da sapenten mo ablaje fa go machine nyina ye fan. Honorable. Nyina ntino me there me hu ne sa nti introducing me to lots of people so me go so e wo ho enso so Ghana ha no nkrofo akese di wachi nkrofo ka try so mo beboa o nanso most of the journalists central for no sheda and
ye ni sheda ni ho
ye num ne sa no na me nim no
e bia modwuma no ana mo talent no ye nyanti mo ase
ye nanso so nka enwo set banesa if you say some ne maka chro no enwom ase efri anwensem mpo baby ya chrati literature niema bebre efri anwensem na anwensem no nso so no ebi ka folklore nti ebi a etumi ko anansesem metumi akan anwensem bi wo ha sese ya eya anansesem ebi a ube famu aba it is story fem kra basics of literature stories are reading nyina nso so the enwose evanessa na me nwanwa paase
but me so no me hu say efa bi no en say ye betumi e de phone bi abom because I know say there's a World Poetry Day and maintain ho asem too much whenever ebi wa me adwin be baso na etwem like wait so don't you have poets in Ghana who can link up with the media so that when we have a World Poetry Day like this it can be all over, you know, talking to us about poetry and all that, making us appreciate it.
We talk a lot. We talk a lot. I remember Oswaldo Kaite introduced me formally around 2011 thereabout on a World Poetry Day at I think in a culture center. We celebrate it a lot. One time I was in Kenya or something like that. I think 3 years ago, and we celebrated it here. And so I did that online. And also I did that online. And I shared it on my Facebook. A lot of people back the World Poetry Day celebrations, and I can never, for the life of me, not mention the Honorable Ablaji Fago. She helps in cash. Sometimes she represents. She has the time, but still, we don't have a lot public. We do.
But some more ye bibi sa ana. One what said you made mu no mo do so Ghana.
Omo tro. E wo mkrofo bebre omo tro. E wo mkrofo bebre omo tro. Ama ataidu fra tro poetry. There will be Nana Pentain himself, or poetry. Honorable Ablaji Fagomashi herself, or poetry. But Ubisana poetry, she's very proud of Afternoon. And she's multi-talented, so names
now, who say no, who did not, who did Yemfan so the Udini? By your one so school Kusia. Na almost we are there no more.
Almost then can be our brochure and yes, amount for publishers. See, we will have no tomorrow.
No, publish it poems.
Poetry now a mouse, now at a mouse baby aqua. Now what? A bit said the international writers' residency. me to me call sometime back Nigeria or Bema or Sika every week. Not the work the coolest places. Now feel sorry now outro and also so
That's what you man is so na outro.
Into no what you man no.
Then I would do the extra day.
Hey, I had always a come back. I come back now. I'm on phone point the book. Oh, I'm behead. Oh, we are talented. Oh, I come up. Oh, clap. Oh, laugh. Oh, no much.
No, one is he.
Hey, who poetry?
No, but say we are part of the world, guild, Maybe. Well, I'm not advising saying free Ghana there, but it's just a question I want to understand your motivation for staying here when you have such talent and people are really interested in taking you out.
Actually, this writing, although it's talent, it started as a hobby. When I realized that it was something, it started as a hobby. Me wa SS no. Nanka me nya sure say metumi akọ university. A teacher. Teacher ni ba ko Shelley Ago Abanafe. Ono no fa me se ne ba. Boa me ma me ko university. Ahwe me aba bisi samre. Nti me so me feel say o say me tua back to the nation. Nti me so me kodru tamale no na chese maka because me hu say nkrofo bebre ho especially a man no. Ayo ano yes so people are what you say nti no me so in some empowerment mood no me bo modern boa eboa o kakra nti me kira de on no so manage and I mean so no me obi a me pese Ghana for anai bibi man edo ne omo wo enye se me bedwane enye ma nye wa ha nti medwane na makwa kwotena baabi me kwotena ho no ma to what end eno nti ku a me ko nyina me ko no Ghana se ne be ya obi nkrofo invite me me ko abroche me makọ Japan makọ Canada makọ me ai bebre
Ninya opportunity na do call
mostly
okay
nti no esa ne ma na me ye no till me back from my primary to they say me my master's will go ni nyina me ye no Ghana me pese amanfo hu say Ghana so e woni pa ebetumi a training crofo se na me ne abrofo ene na ma omu nyina ho wo so omu nim se enye omu tipen ne me e atwere yi mu no me pese ebedrum rebi no Ghana nkasa be hail me to that extent crofo be fi ho no ma ba enye se me na me tuturu
akoho na se Ghana de nipa bi e be bia na etu de akocha abrofo
eno nti na me go
Black your dom wate
very deep
your dom no your dom etino me pese amafo am pese wutie anwumu kakra ate na fadwodwo okay etino we ye anwumu a efri Kumase na Black Edward Black Ojin so ewa ha obebo na ya discussions no ye twen nipa ba komenu bia beka na amafo a wutie anwum no
dom enya ba ko ye mienu ye dom
so who feel na wutie anwum bi say ya support. What was the first thing you look out for when you listen to that song?
I look out for the moral.
Okay.
And this one is linked to so many things. In Tibia, oh yeah, Papa be now wabre because Odrin so be who Odrin say when your inspiration be say, oh, when a drum will be so can say a drum who that's what some of the poems and then the songs are supposed to do. Ohun nye ohun okra ene wo bre efri baby e bo biara mu awo say dom sa na me so me
ana ohun no me share video no na mama say no why am I not hearing this song but maybe because if you Kumase no the video na I wanted her to show omo share akontade ti say tete kontade ni bi na bibi bubobo mu no e de bi so ase akonfo skirt ni bi ba de so no akonfo skirt no
akonfo
ahonfade ba so on dey make dey mafin bi you sane obi no
o ka se skirt a omo uze
okay Black ususo
no me pese me kan de o kan ye no
yeah
mean won say ono ne de ne angle no de ba ye no
totally different.
Totally
Me imagine uncle that.
But my muha ya we any baby uncle for insu free. Yeah. Talk nonsense any voice.
Wait, this song is by Jibad.
Jibad, yes.
Boys,
So
yeah.
y'all talk money Jibad.
Yeah.
As boys no sorry no so
yeah, bye.
So in this case, so being so your pandemic not to wha. Ono be say oh, and I say oh you're critical. Ono be say oh, and you be say any respond to.
Y'all talk free. But you know the story people don't know. He has never been part of them.
Okay, but with what Amafua is saying right now, no. Emma on also free another different angle and
different perspective of the song.
Yes, as compared to what circles here. A banner says, oh, you were here and so the ma or tongue cradia ma assume is
because and no many poets be doing come.
Oh, okay.
No, kinds of look. Most of the songs you guys listen and analyze, we see it differently. We don't know what only Pakona or Tron, no, the idea for writing.
Yeah.
But I say me as a poet, when I listen to most of the song and I hear what you say about the songs, it's like, am I listening wrongly or me name the Americana? And so actually, on the imagine seeing you was say, yeah. Who fly no or frame? No, it's Kutin Nabusa. What you say? What's in you saying? That's why I played it to you. But maybe and exactly like a pandit.
Yeah, pandit.
Yeah,
that's yes, exactly.
You think that
because you feel say
no be beef. And person just say
y'all talk having the limelight and they are just because it literally in a way in a context there is a similarity here and there. So we share the way all kind now the back yanso your sector na your woman I mean it's much because I see a dom ukumbako
I say baku.
Yeah, exactly. So no matter what, if you feel back still there is more killers. I hear back.
More bloggers here. Someone are more creative from.
Oh, there be.
Oh, baby, you're not joking.
Oh, and I mean, because yes, in another angle, no. So I mean, that's how. I mean, yes, you be picture.
There wouldn't be a beef, no more creative man.
Oh, and yes, you creative beef.
Say you're doing you one. I see a critic and you man analyzing. You must say go poets.
Oh, yes, almost exactly.
And
then on the more perspective. And I say after, I mean, panelists, no, so I make you almost submissions.
Yeah.
They are the people. It be almost so much from my drink. Now so on. Then so you are far from another different. In terms of I mean, the works are here. Send almost say more that exposure. No, they will equally gain
exposure
through these discussions sometimes.
I'm of course who as a poet. Who said me born you this is your first time listening to the song. And then I will look out for from the song. What are you looking for?
I will reframe your question.
Okay, sure.
And say that I look out for what the music would want me to know. And most of the time, and yet what I will look out for, because some songs make totally no sense, absolutely no sense.
Okay.
But when you listen to them, and one say, I say Stone Boy you been an for say it makes totally no sense. Putu.
Okay. Putu
no. Me feel say there are certain portions which says which prompts you to work hard, and then there are certain portions which actually make no sense. But then the rhythmic patterns gives you such great energy when you are working. So then it is a way to teach you work hard. And when the free to think I'm for it is not and I do maybe
working up
they say if you are or more chain odo etchi asano se de ben ode bia na omo de nyum bi de etchi
obi ha o tumrika enwom obi o hufuru nkukom enwom obi o senior bibisa enwom enti no se ebi a one line kra na e ka kire o se ye adwuma pesika so na ne aka ne nyina puta say oh yeah adwuma ni nyina and also so eche se e back umu
eti yentie putu no na tie nie na also na break ni down ye hwa de same yenko putu
Yeah, 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 yeah. Why? Samputuma putu, samputuma petre, sampatama suku, wangadana deshe. Wadabi, 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 wanyabadi, wadabi, wadabi, wanyabadi, wanyabadi, wadabi, wadabi, wambagadi, wanchagabi, wadabi, chagabi, wanchagadi, ba 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 ba. Sampatama petre, sampatuma putu. Sampatama pocho, sankatanga puchu, sampatama pepe, sampatana pumpu, sampatana pepe, kauo, pre, 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 go better, pre, 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 go better, solema, 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 go better, solema, 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 tegade, wundo godo, tantede. Ambagadum digging, Sagadum Bodabim, Mampana Madaba, Porobo, some potom pompe, Prpa, bottom, potting giddy, Spack, Bodom, Back, Sampotama Putu.
Entino, mammy, and you win Yansan.
One say, sang Papa, money home grown, burning a petebio.
Okay, me, Mantin,
Maintino. Back chair.
Oh, tinny chair.
Memetenesa.
Miss Metino, be before.
Miss Altu Putu. Now, make me feel say, me, and I in literature now, what you hear is valid.
Okay.
So what I hear is valid.
Okay.
And so, it's a me tip per chair. Make me feel say, a man for Mudi life or bra per chair, no. Not just one will be. Enti no peche na ne ebeka nyina hu hia na wakacho say pray go better enti chese ye adwuma na unya ne peche na nya ne peche na say uye na unya ne peche a yemfa ne say all the nonsense you people think it is nonsense it's sabio or patch say anye yi ana eyedin a bompaye na ebe na ne aka ni nyina or time be no as or bonyum it's like say or prepo up with the music, you know. In the Ghanaian culture, everything speaks. Even music, even drums. We have even drum language. Now, this is the time where the person is telling you put two peche and then stops to play. What do we call it? The talking drum for you. Means the person is hailing you up. Said, "Ube to me aye."
That's a more to mono and your phone.
That be.
My dear friend, your phone. You analyze based on the elements within the song and the writing, no, but not more fun boom gas way and your phone touching it. Because you watch me a breaky stone boy and you meet down. Some of them imagine grand go sit down.
But the thing is that if you are singing an Crawford or any person the poets. Because Oba can't send back on Crawford bedroom 1, 2. But in a matter of, let's say, 2 minutes, maybe my dream over 100 times. In so many, in this app, some boy way near me, any or no lyrics or the paper. Met to me, album more than accurate, you know, in like a whole book. It can make sense. Because there are the rhythmic patterns, there are figures of thought and figures of speech. Everything around it comes together to form such things. A bit more or no now born and you're not on to mean challenge me in country, me say, yeah, match run on your papa.
Or no now, no actual Nadian, what to mean challenge you? A
critic is different. Me a critic science way a poetess. Into me work a crown. Say a critic be fat. My first collection, there was a poem titled The Mighty Pen. And then it started this way. The mighty pen pulls me into his den. At the count of 1 to 10, it makes me a woman amongst. Now, ne launch, no. Nana Penton, the brony be bassy. Papa ne share me din or say, ye no. I say, hey. So we are very pornographic, papa. I'm arguing young coho. Beside say, I tell the man that impression. What happened or started, say, or treachery memo. The mighty pen no or patch say PN no ISB so na my year free ho pulls me into his den. Why trim me a cage bimo? And
I don't know what I don't know.
at the count of 1 to 10, no.
Not
just before me drain, no, in matter of seconds, no, he makes me a woman amongst men. We're breaking me dada. And I was just looking at the man, and he was perfectly.
But
correct.
he was right.
He was.
Who can imagine Uncle? But
he was
it's in the Bible say to the pure all things are pure.
So I was talking about
me
me being a woman because mostly, the way I write, Obia into me and fam. Professor Uso and San Ewoke UCC. All my review for my second book, or can say or compare me to a man, Well, I big poets. Obia know how to me compare me to a woman. And na me throw based on the fact that I am a woman amongst men, but on no one and he was perfect. And he Obi
says our lines to be. No, Black.
The mighty pen pulls me into his den.
The mighty pen pulls me into his den.
At the count of 1 to 10, he makes me a woman amongst men.
I feel Matthias. Black, the mighty pen. The mighty pen.
The way you're making your hand.
Pulls me inside his den. Into his den. At the count of 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Okay.
Makes me a woman amongst men. What do you mean that?
But that was the very first time I thought about it.
Okay, so but what was your impression when you were penning down?
And I can say, not that time, no, Obi who menstruate, I can say, to me compare me to any woman. Yeah, Obi can say I write like Maya Angelou and Amate. They all compare me to men and big men. That's what I say.
Okay.
And I was just writing in appreciation of it. And I mean, you see, so as the beginner, my collection be me could be a beginner and sign a social political poetry. And I mean, used, just to show my appreciation for the talent and stuff like that. But that was the first time I thought seriously it was. And me so now me obi a me fa hwintie who read me poem say be shock near maybe say metro no
kwan makan
who could read or don so kwa ebebo mode ebe shock you nsem
ma me kana no pay
entumi kana
odo
so nti no na ye me nwanwa se nka ye saa adwen no na me de tro ya me man say obi oni me bia be ka cho say me man me kan.
Okay, I'm a fool. Asam na ya Nika Blackoji. And then ye bidding common what?
Mr. Ola, ye bidding common.
Minia by Fia Papa, you say, this lady is very good. I'm not sure Stoneboy will even explain his own song this good. But or the other said there bakwaba. Name wadaroma. Or say, ye more patapa your mouth. Not doing. Now my interpretation on one corner. And I said Africans.
You know how I friend Africans.
And I spoke to Manos and one. It's where there's some boy na pema what but I mean Facebook for na and then yeah kind of discussions maybe yeah me kind of message me before yes Zazie Brown my study free top or say when the weather is like this you're somewhere will be doing you tokrum yeah Zemo if you are pokia watch you say oh like you are killing us this morning I'm not them I say please good morning I say we are rough and then Mr. Lai, it's okay, why, Marty? Melia, yes, he was good morning. Mommy jumping kakra, what it, Mammy jump, we are Messan Basro, me pay. Mamia Brenyako, or say I'm falling in love with the lady. Mamia Brenyako, you are falling in love with a woman. Next question was I need her contact. If you are Pukia Boache, also like you are very bad. If you are Brunina interprete, and me. I'm only re-echoing what the Bruni said. Press on Sami Viscosity. Was such a great legend, and we still have alive. Zazie Porsche also Ghana has talent. Godfred Demozi also good morning, Ola. Please ask her what name do you give a poem said on a beat? I don't know what you say.
Rapper now.
No, like to say they not yet discussed it before. We know. You say you want more.
Spoken word poetry.
Yeah, I think that's what he wants to know. You say who they know?
Raw.
Raw beat be anase. Okay. Go me simple to say I'm for you are a great talent. Thank you. Nyami shira wa say Nyankopon shira wa kan twi. Just as kwasi ata me hu dey say English madam that. Are bro from the doors man no.
Me try English nti bia.
Ebi oni mu free. But yentie sa nwum ya yesi yemfa mo. Minim si yemfa. Okay, we never.
Go get that for the back. Top to pata. Scoot.
Hey, what?
Scoot to mana.
Hey, me ba jo tin ye.
Mate.
Okay, me ba jo yentie.
Well, nti say no.
Opa, yemfa free scopa to mana so one.
Starting free.
Davineba. Okay, yenkoi mami.
We say I were ethnic tension. I were Ghana ha.
Okay.
Nti me meet ya, me dream say unipa no kan or say Davineba or stress you on the fact that na nije nipa kon oye ho. Oya igbeni no no so opese oya igbeni. Nti ya Davineba na ekoso. Na ebia enye papa onwen say ebia Davineba na o kan kire o no. Eno ne say we Davineba nti efa me ho be. Na so tie biem ko nanima. To me who say we hu oba bia ne ho ya ne fe nti opese owu no kakra. Nti a beautiful lady I know see before that eno hu ne ma nyina ka ho. Ase one obi nso so na e kasa o. Nti e ba sa Davineba no akpa be kan evivi nanto. Me said anti I gbeni papa but in evivi something that is sweet. Miadogo, be open so mammy, I no be pie, ne hon chronoba, all these promising wooing. Na Obinso Baba can say, Mekan be a mao. Tinipano and a casano or Bekan be a mano. And then it follows directly with Scopato Mana. Na Scono, them fan say, in so every straw. So in so from my for my echo. Inti amfani says ko from the sky. Ko pa so to mana. Inti meye ama na wenya ohun. Meye ama wenya. Inti sko pa to mana. In a matter of maybe time frame, me boa ama wenya oba no.
Mami sorry ko. Anyuma ya hu so fast on what me nyanyansa o.
I trend on Twitter ni ya.
Black anyuma yesinyansa bi anim no. Scopa to man me ka bi a che onipa na o ka asem kwa wante ase. But what me break Scopa to man. Hey. I say we still talent to how.
I think say another one be a song fan kan ho na say e bia nyom critic. Betimi aye I mean
exactly
1 minute
especially
one minute critic
a trend
no I critic obetimi posti and then when it happens that way at the end of the day people will find it more interesting because me media in a different way media is a party song or be a say enjoy you know
on confusion
so boy DJ repetition and I feel say or they can't so
yeah
I mean exposure now be projecting more and obetimi master in that particular craft when it comes to
interpreting songs
exactly
even to the way say a back than finding the author no crown
and me
because you had to part
exactly
want to mean just go back to man
me okay be obetimi explanation but
it won't make logical sense
exactly as compared to the way our normal I mean sometimes you have the zeal to do something your intention out the bay idea no why you no at the end of the day no we say oh idea my idea explanation me explanation me the be man obi so wo ho ani explanation no the be counter the why no it's different it's different from what you are doing
like yentie Scopa to man no kwa na yemfa susu the way I wo see chirem no me enhwe because amanfoɔ say wow obi ɛnɛ enyuma de bɛ ma wo amanfoɔ say ne nyum say money review new
Topata. Skoska to mana. Tonda podada. Topata.
sound
enti mema wo ne lady no akabo for you mana me feel say mana you see God gave us manna when we actually were hungry. Something like that.
We are sure say patapatis as me or no crane hundred no.
Oh, maybe I feel says obetron you be so hunu na.
No, because the way she's explaining, yes, manna if you throw. Sco or see a sky. Esne for sky now. Ko no so see yin say so. Abehwima otiko. E bo chances so ate pa.
Hey, ola.
As a panomecano. Okay. Au revoir.
Yes.
By popular request. Yeah, I'm going. And then they would want back.
La place mission.
I love it.
Remission. Coco. Better day. One corner. You pay. One corner. Better day. One corner. You pay. One corner. Better day. One corner. You pay. One corner. La France mission.
Mr. Loyalty.
Yeah, ding dong, me boy me down. Say paper, me boy my baby. Say ding dong, now me boy me down. Say paper, me boy my baby. Better be one corner. Yeah, you pay. One corner. Better be one corner. Yeah, you pay. One corner. Better be one corner. Yeah, you pay. One corner. La place mission.
You see, I catch you. Don't push rabbit share. You see, I catch you. Don't you net here? You see, I catch you. Loyalty catch you. Sister, no parking. You see, I catch you. Wow. Respect traffic lights. Hey. Red means stop. Yellow means get ready. Red means stop. Yellow means get ready. Green means go. Loyalty go.
La place loyalty. Okay. Yeah, see.
Okay, me sure say what we say so. One corner very popular across Africa.
I know.
Kwadaroma, yentiwe. You see there.
My opinion is say all chassis no.
Yeah.
One you know. So better G, better P. And fancy okita tuo ebi a dre no panie ono de oba o onenam ne baby or one your friend is saying ni tools. Okay, and this one denotes connotes rather obia fancy opema ono nam ho no onka se fa ho bra do ho badia no obere ama into your course can say ding dong me don no ndo bo ne don ba ne baby how the other who call was so no there or better ama then can say you see say I got you ebi a obi a na oye ne ho some way bi ono so de ne ho aba beti and obetira o say waye wawie enti no respect the traffic light. Red means stop.
Yellow means
green means go. I'll start from the down. Into go. No, you go where we get ready. Go
where we
maybe I on why or where we yellow means get ready. Red means stop. Into nature say and why we are. You're ready. Na fejai na ko baby if you say onim say me no. Ding dong na me bo ma bend dada. Intimate to us.
Literature for me queen. Papa won't go school baby. There would here. Udi unim die no nyansa nyina dissect nyum no. On go school bia o.
My name sir.
Adwuma na den.
Eno nti me be challenge me say na se e kire no. Nanso so betumi ato no. Ototo no nyum ne wi a wawie.
Eti anyum ne nyina na se ne asana na ne konna epe. Asana ya topanko a. Nti na de wo pa kire se wonnam nyina no watam police aba. Atam da ne kon ho. Wo de ya obeje. Wo wie so anu wo ti koseko.
Ko ba bi no nto ana na adwuma.
Ta red go green na se kire no. Mami, mante ase sa da.
Obi anso say a poem bi a you recite you.
Ta.
A poem. But we know say me fan from the down.
Down, yeah.
A poem, but a poem can mean so much.
Anyway.
I love you.
The echo idea sa na ebe no. Ukọbọ nyomfun bi a, ukọbọ nyomfun bi a na ya friend mami no aba be review. But say what the can say there's not like nyomfun.
Actually, there is nothing.
There's nothing like
once people accept it, now a more manage, you know, because one of the most important features of entertainment or literature is to also entertain. Into once you have succeeded, one corner succeeded in the whole world, not just Ghana. Yeah. It's a highly successful, and it will only take somebody who knows nothing that you're useless.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm a for Sifa Cecilia. Or Kwawu this year. Or Chade or Tamale Senior High. Or Yen Masters or Legon. But now, so we are masters in literature. Now, who can say who's a prompter? Oh, prompt. When you're prompting,
oh, many be.
Pepa to fatu jana yenya no onye na home kakra na menu wiwi.
I think the work about ejuma here blogging. It is between me and bibia found.
Okay, blogging. And then no prompt no. Thank you very much. Eti mami we dey wasuma ye be ja na wadwen why you blogging ho ayi mai. But Black, you udin pa the same.
Your friend me Edward Blagoji.
Edward Blagoji. Na Blagoji ni udin pa.
Yeah, me send him.
I didn't inform the two side.
Voter region anyako.
Okay.
To be precise. Honor me.
Okay.
But
But who didn't who motivate you to start to be a friend of blogging?
Well, my story is different because at secondary school had the opportunity to work with the newspaper.
Yeah. We secondary school. And I now need today newspaper Juma as what?
As cartoonist. Then.
Okay.
Yes. So
it's what would you pioneer cartoonist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cartoonist. Where after me started cartoon drawing, you know, and then I had interest in journalism. So I was trained on the field for 7 years. Yes, for 7 years.
Okay, training on the field.
Training on the field. Yeah, monsieur. Me me cartoon, and at the end of the day, no, so no. I mean, you call editorial meetings. Reporters our office were then no. You better how to go about your stories. Mr. Kilson and Dennis Ato Kilson, the two brothers. On better say you draft your story, how you go about your story. Before baby you need to have your story in mind, and then from there more direct to how to go about it in your writings and also in terms of editorial and other stuff. Until as times goes on, and I'm saying okay, then I have to pursue my education until we call Ghana Institute of Journalism. After that, and I mean before then, we need today newspaper Juma.
Juma for Juma at who come now we cartoonist.
Yeah, I'm a cartoonist.
And you know say na auditions become one after who decides over 2 hours.
Yeah, it was cool. So yeah. So after that, and but one thing was, I mean, I'm I can't say. It would be I can't remember when Castro demised. Like Castro, I think I worked on a story for na Metro Entertainment and thing. Metro story, no, Emma, it was supposed to be published the following day, and after one thing was Oya Nyumbi, and the song that he composed, no, at the end of the day, no, or making some instance be or can one crank kasem say or konsuo bi ano oni oba bi konsuo ano na edu baby or by right. I think I don't know say what is anyum na. So through that, you know, I worked on a story like that, and then I sent it to my boss to publish it because I feel, I mean, he knew about the vanishing. Yes. So me the man my boss no nti ase say I mean ade we na make kana it doesn't
or make lines be
or make lines no on nyum no
or no baby ko nsuo ano e na omokoyirai
like onyum
but that time no nyan rai
no but mini entity amale fale kemi ya like that song it's me like normal write up and I made the man my boss say won hwem no edit na o make sure so on publish you ugu here. It's Moana. I think then I had a friend at Ghana Web, Venice.
Okay.
So I sent the lady the write-up, and it was everywhere. So I mean, people attention began to. And I said, does it mean that
he knew what was going to happen to him?
And you get it. So it was then. The boss Nankasa friend me back and say, no, I think henceforth we need to give certain attention to some of the things that. Right. So I mean, through that, I also had interest in going back to, schooling, and from there I said, oh, let me start my blog, and somewhere in 2014, started my Fuji.com. And
but how has it been?
Oh, it has been good. It has
been making money. From
you know, me. One thing about me is I'm very proud because when I started with this blogging thing, I didn't idea me I come to school.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Obi Sam said then I free more. I can tell you for a fact that blogging paid my fees.
Okay.
In the tertiary level. And that's the fact. And up to now, Crown Point one
what's the survivor?
The survivor, I mean 1 or 2.
But all there no is it writing and that's how the videos will come.
I think it's writing and vlogging, video and then interviewing and a whole lot of stuff. Because I mean it got to a point. I mean, you know Ghanaians, the writing Ochoni Bebrayan kind. Yepene kakra bi na ye de visuals abake e de account nti eba ne sa no so no you have to follow what the people you have the people who do their numerous reviews e bia obetimi akọ what time nko a scholar madam Amofu a ha say ya obi obetro na reviews odimo obi so nkan e bia obetimi akan kakra ba no prefer say anko be any video na wate ase more than say or the be introye. Because the intro, yeah, we be finding say bad the man say.
It's na wo catch us on any video no.
We any video
it's easy
now
for people
explanation
to relate.
Na eto bi asuma, I mean people will relate with it easily. But you know intro na I no be befa manifest level dictionary at all
Ada e benya ni bi eni de manifest nyom na be hia no.
O de manifest ni e ke wo e de o de go classroom. You better lectures our class in theory there.
No, but Black, one of the challenges are you who with bloggers, you know, a man for can be brain. Say, one, be brain and try yenye, or more bro for That's the feedback. Now, two, yes, say headlines are more than mamo stories, nibi no. Ibu any story ni nam kra. Meaning say what she has to comment to be.
But boss man, Mr. Ola, to be frank with you, and then nyoma we started. The days of PMP, the days of News One, me for graphic showbiz and count because I mean they are from a different entity altogether. But the days of PMP, Ebony newspaper, yes,
love and BB so by
because I mean you would find headline. We am show. Yeah, the abu be better one or mini obiti. Ni aka say, the man swallows crocodile or crocodiles like
crocodile swallows man.
Man, obi hu ni sana ni yembe okay oh any ese mento na menkan.
Boko akokan
na a different ball game
exactly.
So
and
then anyoma we say na start say yeah.
And enti ni kwasa mu ni blame mu too much. It has been the system.
It has been in the system, but once we easily forget a lot of things in this country sometimes. So Abanisana, because the new trend is about online portals and then online blogging, they classify it as, oh, these people there, this is how they are, forgetting that the heydays, these people also paved the way in terms of, and it does like a idea woho.
But mushada na muyesa.
And you say yeshada. Obi wa an instance, what drives the person? And ebemano or the abeto. If I feel like, okay, this is my headline that I want to put it, I'll just put it out there. My mom, for example, recent VGMA say ya omuwie. Mr. Ola, just listen to this, my caption, me post the video on Instagram. Idi walks out majestically after Dinah entry. Hamilton won the enviable category Artist of the Year. What is wrong with this caption?
Nothing wrong.
But in the comment section, you realize that people will tell you that, why do you hate Kiddy so much? You don't appreciate you like, and I'll sit back and I'll be like, wow, majestically now said yeah. And meanwhile
so the enviable award who didn't
no. But that category is the overall category, and it is the enviable. No, but Obi Oha, that's the category. I mean, it's the talk of town.
Artist of the Year.
Exactly. Headline on news portals, my friend said hard copies of the newspaper. No, it will be Daniel Entry Hamilton wins Artist of the Year. Yeah, as Daniel Entry Hamilton wins Gospel Artist of the Year. No, but he majestically walks out of the auditorium. No problem. No. But meanwhile,
majestically, no.
But and the walking to was majestic.
The walking was majestic. I mean,
exactly.
It was majestic.
But at the end of the day, people took it out of context, saying I should have given a better caption and a whole lot. Oh, and see, sometimes they're married, but you can't. I mean, you can't be.
But do you see a
favorite.
future? Do you see a big future for blogging?
Future is bright, boss. Future is very bright. No.
I know Bisu Bisa said, why don't you guys form an association to, get yourself involved, connected, and equipped, especially with one more uncle school to say one.
Association, but it's just that it's supposed to be formula to say and that's it. Oh, okay, these are the people, these are executives, this is internet artwork. But at the end of the day,
Oh yes, it was our platform.
But we, for instance, we are looking at that picture where Yebenya Yansuya Association at the end of the day,
solely for bloggers.
Yeah, for bloggers. And that is what I'm praying that it happens.
You make money.
We make money out of it. I'll not say
you don't need to apply for job from any government
you can
office.
You see, I think you can do that. I mean, you can be poached. And the skill is not only a skill that you tell me, say, is solely for the videos and then the write-ups and a whole lot. You can learn a lot of things about it. I mean, through your device you are using, the mobile phone you are using, you can learn editing out of it.
I learned editing on YouTube.
Exactly.
That's what I learned.
Yes, so you can call, some skills out of Ejumana or You understand? Yeah. And also at the end of the day, you can even sell or propose people's business online. Social media marketer. And it's more or less like underrated. Like underneath, say, okay, we are blogging, you're a social media marketer, you are an influencer as well. Yeah. You get it. So there is nothing. It's very lucrative. If at the end of the day you put your 100% in it and then you go all out. Yeah.
Edward Black OG. What they prompt to my Madame Amofua.
Yes, a blogging.
Sefa. Yenkuti. Na yen sorry. Why? It's Edward watching the phone. It's mommy. Why ready?
My ready.
Yenkoi.
Blogging. Some are like goats being hit as if they are feelingless when they post on things, but they still go on. Some are like sheep. They are hit and feel. They say meh and run off the internet street. Some are the conconsa makers. Everything they write sound like gossips. One must take with a pinch of salt. Some are the information makers, always belling and telling great stories to teach. Some still are confusion makers, like clouds on our bright sky, always forcing heartless messages on us. Some always tell us where to be, who is erring, who is soaring, and who is who. Still, some are stealers, always tiptoeing around people to report for the trend, which they can hardly defend. All these are people who matter. For the worst make us careful, and the best educators.
What you is here, Randy? Mami, Nyamisha, me patch, sorry, the open so the chat to advise admonition. Maybe I was already chat to me do a chat. This year, 5 hours.
Okay.
Me
de a poem the betra to back up.
Back up, Matty, okay.
The Connie say, a dramine. Say a cassa obi a dramaya, nay binim the one summer than it a cremassy kind of a new air could you draw. Nance were a dramine, woman is so. Inchro be a west sinayasi wedro, and our woman, Eddie award or grobantia, a wo be a assassin. A dramine so chira 1 hour decate as a shiny proye juja 1 mine. Enti sa wo de hwe kan kuntabuo ho de Jessica 3 dia wo ye dwaman. Sa wo no monsuo na wo to ne konkra twene ba bia nsuo tene a wo ye dwaman. Sa wo de ntro dia danse krumu a wo ye dwaman. Sa wo de akwadro nko adwuma ntem a wo ye dwaman. Sa wo de hu hye amanfo mu de gyiche adamudi a wo ye dwaman. Sa wo kyeche abannwuma de ma akromfo a wo ye dwaman. Sa wo tena ho ye nhwehan ma bone koso a wo ye dwaman. Impo sa wo de adwen patena ho ma abone for primpanyi di a wo ye dwaman. Efri sa oman a wo bra bone ye di awunu na obi ayase. Eyo oman a ye nyina ati mu. Enti munya ya manfo ayase hwe. Nhwe mo man. Eno ni ye japade. Eno ni ye nne. Eno ni ye dachi a ye di beja ye nchirima.
Yes, yeah, that was it. Who was social media handles out here? Na sorry, quite na the every day. But who was social media?
Yeah, we were Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on for contact. I don't know if you want to give it out or if they should contact you on social media.
On social media, I'm on for Asifa Cecilia. I'm also on Instagram. I'm on for Asifa. I also have a blog, literary blog, www.amoafowa.com.
Okay, AMOAFOWAA. Okay, .com. All right, thank you so much. Blagoji, who handles Nyango?
We are at Blagoji.
Thank you very much. I was for me and fancy and ye news to bring so Nyami Adma and you share your coffee so as that can say come you know Safon cancer Sami Kuma Sami K me producers and Rima Abankro our the normal go internet so my Nyami Adma be sharing the way your coffee.
Memu edi ebi epoku ase interchange you know ano another year ewo enkran ha say ACP junction ya ewo poku ase ye ko nansen ensem wada na chinwa show titru ne na watchi mu na pie yes sika ye de ma man panimfo ahokafo mampani ene ne yire ena afeso mampani yire ena mampani abedi akire eyire na kane bi allowance na yenti amwa committee no aye nsisa ewo mu amenu nti cabinet apne so ama ebe free allowance na akọ aketua na sa mwese ba ya dane chinwa show ama amanyofo no etutu ne sane abasa oman man so frase akira omadwen wo mo mbesu hunsu omam se nya hwe so esenye hwe Anapay Africa Center for Parliamentary Affairs ASEPA a civil society organization openyo dano ene salamat ku ko penta atwetwen komo aman kasaye mu nom Mr. Mensa Thompson dia to just say etiambra se yantia mo committee no beka se yentia first lady ene second lady ka e die din kan etiambra committee no wo mu ni se tumi no so beka se yentia mpanifo eka enti on do beka se esanse etiambra nti aketua no so enimu.
What kind of reporter, Professor Ya, in the committee, no debate to Ghana, when we make recommendations, be salaries, the wives of the president and vice president, the same salary as cabinet ministers. Illegal. The Professor Ya in committee, no any capacity to recommend salaries to be paid to the first and second lady, let alone put them on the same salary as cabinet ministers. The committee was set up to only review the salaries and emoluments of Article 71 of its holders. First lady and second lady, so how they came about with a recommendation to pay salaries to first and second ladies is quite strange. 2, once our committee recommendation is unlawful, any approval or mampeni and say no parliament at the massa action and also a null and void.
And Executive Director Yera Mensa Thompson say
wɔn bɛkɔ Supreme Court na Supreme Court de ɔhyɛ ato so sɛbɛyɛ yɛmfa nyɛ adwuma koraa kɔsi sɛ yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ Article 71 no mu na yɛtumi asi asɛm no gyina anaa yɛhunu ne nnaduago berɛ wei ɛna ɔka to so.
Enunti na ochina na ye file suit at the Supreme Court for the court to make a declaration say one anamora Professor Yan Internal Committee need 2 year make a recommendation say yin tia ketuama first and second lady no sa namono etiamra it's in total contravention of Article 71 of the Constitution. Afei so the court needs to offer injunction into the implementation of the committee's recommendation also until such a time the court will make a full determination of the substantive case. Until you file a motion for injunction as well. Until by close of day tomorrow, there we'll file this action at the Supreme Court.
And run or can't send me into I'm a pay and I'm doing many Supreme Court. Only pertain in name Ora Mensa Thompson.
Na Sassam no ne fa ba ko so ne se aban kwa koje bosia e de amamra hyebeduafo so amon fa nkotoka emfa won ne nkyerɛkyerɛmu a aban mu fo de abase enya aban na agye bosia no e na afa so so kra no e yamra hyebeduafo na katua ya oman no de ma wo mu no eno no mo de kwa akodi agyinamu agye saa bosia no entimo obi amfa ho so bo emo aban na eno na Professor Ransford Jampo ya wo no eye checheni e wo University of Ghana Legon e de atudwa se e de asem kura ni saa se wo mfa so ba ku sei eni so ye nkote a aban koje bosia e de amamra sebedwafo ahenu aduoso num yi bosia no so nya sika ketwa America sika no opepemaduo no enwotwe enti Professor Ransford Jampo ni enu aba salamat kuku apensela twetwe nkoma aka che ne se aban pe so o kire se saa kolebu dan no ho awa no esi won ohu ya na aban woni bibi papa bi odi Ghana sika be ya na.
We are seeing Muyehu is a poor man who is extravagant. Sure, yet Ghana public officials were crack out away the 10 years. Were crab Fiabuchi about who used to brand new home second hand. Now I will carry the 4 years, sir. I catch up the car and go into 1/4 for more. Ye bisa, Bimunsa Wadi Mundo was who says a loan into a butcher. Say a buying will loan now, other man water to MPC Wakara. No, on for loan, no fan come a Kulibufo. Now Kulibufo one for them loan, no fan to dialysis machine P in a month for it. Into one fact, she cannot one for improve upon our medical infrastructure. Them rubber ya. So be ya, on for a money she come from Kwabuchi from Kunku. Now mum obat Nagana, Nagan able to be actually now washing ye, and that's what chaka. The Mexican was our call that couldn't feed them alone. We should get our priorities right as a nation.
Professor Ransford Jampo and what is answer me etu inu aba salamat kuku apentileni.
Anope Director General Ghana Health Service Dr. Patrick Kumabwajia Kasa dia Fach Motor School and COVID-19 omko iwe ankwala no hwehwemu na ewo mu ne hom. Na wachem dia kyese enipa enya COVID-19 bi 183 wa ha aduo wotwe emiensa. Enkwadai emu wa ha aduasa enum 135 ene woni anempo waye akyerkyerefo eni school mu adwuma no wo mo ho atimi atowon amenunti yayi wo mo afira ya sabia amomo abefiem. Ghana Health Service Director General Chechemu dia kyese enipa mo fa wo mo ntasuo kokoye hwehwemu no na enipa apem wa ha eni dunwotwe 1118 ena mo fa ekokohwehweye na mo hwehweye no ena nipa yareboa ne bi wo won hwedie mu eye wo ha aduotwe miensa 183 na sa 183 yi ye kasei emu 135 wo ha aduasanum no mo ho atom no ediaka aduanan wotwe ya omuguso eje ayarehwe wachese aduanan wotwe no emu aduasa eye day students na wo nyina ya positive de yareboa no won hwedie mu na so emo won yare nka won to se de ye ne hu esitie no a eba etime do kwa pomdimu hawo bebre no Dr. Patrick Kumabwaje
Obia hoye se basement ase obia enyare senia ye no ye teste nkola no borders no first na be for kakra bia no me contract the latest figure I can share my last time near say ni ata na ka be 48 na aka and so the sound koye distance no ni nya be 30 ka say ni aka no omunya ye 48 ena omuda so ye active emu be 30 ye omu ye day students obi anyare enu be na option omunya be recover teacher fo a eka ho eye mienu
Oni petini ni ye Dr. Patrick Kumabwaje wane na ya okesi na twetwe nkomo kokroko so ano pe na ewa pomudin semu ano eno amrahye bedwafo kwa asetena pandai mrahye bedwani onmunyamfo Daniel Nsala wakpal ekokobusa pomudin so afose enu na so obi wo kanoa ye de ebo ne ho ban no ehon sam kan te se free so obekọ ba bi na bi ni ho onu sei ni nchi ni krom ubekọ no nasa anti snake serum no ebi eni ho enti empanifo ye ho de yin osofo hwapom den so akirekire mu no nyamfo kwakwa gima manu akirem se ye kasa de wo mo de saa enuro no a wo waka obi a ye de ebo ne pane na kan essential medicine ho amanu nti qualify se de ma contract ne yetimi agina so acheche e de original medical stores aba wo mo so any teaching hospitals wo mo so acheche e wo ba bi a wo mo adwesuo eduru bia na ebra na wo kasa wo de saa mu ayi e ma wo mrahye bedwamu no na ni gina kra chese de twa to ogbo akire e wo atifi mantemu Northern Regional Medical Stores ho na pandai-fo wo mo kokko fa sa anti snake anasa anti snake serum no wo mo kokko fa free na July de tosu enum afi 2021 yi no na Northern Regional Medical Stores da so obi wo ho ntisi aka se ho akwawen ana chese ho no wonye ntum evi se no mo wo enuro no ahanu aduonu 220 na ho so da wasa pandai-fo kokko fa bi efri emuaya ode maaye no eni.
In Pandai, the average daily snake bites are about 8 persons. If the minister says they supply 220 to the entire regional medical stores, then how many is located to the 2 hospitals in Pandai? Thank you.
Just because, like I just said, we do the allocation to the regional medical stores. And in the case of Pandai, they take theirs from the Northern Regional Medical Stores based on their needs. So as to the number of vials that have gone or goes to Pandai, Mr. Speaker, I will not be able to tell immediately. They will have to request from the stores when there is a need for them to use some of these serum. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Amperifo mienu ayete won ka de odin kan ye Pandai mrahye bedwani onmunyamfo Daniel Nsala wakpao eno so for sharpum din so onmunyamfo kwaku agima menu ye sentro ni Emmanuel Akoli ena dia mane boy baye
posi adwuma no e ka che Ghana fo se yetipom ba bi ne yehu nipa bonefo na nipa bi a ne yesusu se enhye da mo o man kwan bi aso me yenso se yebeka ede akire posi adwuma na wo madi sa nipa no entente asante mantemo posi sahine yerwa COP kwasi mensa duku eno de sa asem yi atudwa na de ma hu kokko hia so ni de asem yi tudwa ene se Church of Pentecost na nkrabata wa asante mantemo eno wo mo asi boho kese pa ede ama posi adwuma no ewo asante mantam emu se be ye betumi aboa posi ensusam ne ade nyina beboa wo mo ya bompata assembly ena edi animu ewo asante mantam emu police headquarters ho ena Church of Pentecost akwa di sa adwuman ama posi adwuma no na yewra COP kwasi mensa duku kire se na nsan ife yi ase Uber driver no a emimfo kokko twa ne ti sei eno ni papa bi a wotipom ho ya wo no hu de koso eno odi ntente beka che posifo sei na ekoso enti wanche hu kra na obeka che posifo enti ema posi so hu ye ha eno omutime che sa nipa bonfo no eno na posifo ehwe se nkoman ne betumi aye de aboa wo mo na ade ba kwa wo sere oman man se yenye so ne se ebia wote mpotamu baabi no ahu bibia ekoso a enye no akwa ka che posi ama posi etu anamo akwa chi nipa no ema ne na wano se me na mama posi akire sesi a poma nyina na sa me nipa bonu fo mo wa nyina me nipa bi o mo awo me na mama posi cho ananu se abofutola me a ha sei me a wo ya ne sa pe nipa bonu fo no so bete wonka wo mo ti a wanka sa wo de wonkwa atu esan mu nti yenya hwe yie na yemmoa afoforo ho ban ene oman ni nyina na aboa ama oman na timi atumpon
Yena ankra yena kan bomo ene be tuma fight crime e society say police for no sorry o mon ko enko 19 kofa enko sensu nti quickly ale so metimi atima sorry ntama yo ma de ntem atima ko adwuma ntam nti motivation no eso papa nti ye be sra manfo enina yen kabom na yentu somone e koso enfiri oman ye no police no the important idea adwuma information mo hwa am say fe ya say incident bi esi na nsen nya ya magic bi ne ya yetimi hu nya ni papa no obi ene be ma esa information enti information bi hu hina papa ye be stress ye nyina na ye be ma crime rate no ni de koso nyina akofam a sra manfo so mo obi ansuru wo mo ne ye ne wo mo na titi mantam ho nti wo mo make